Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Annalise, and in today's video, as you would obviously know from the title, I'm doing my first ever Q&A and I am so excited. So I recently gained a lot of subscribers, which thank you all so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. And since I gained so many recently, I wanted to open up to you guys a little bit more. That way you could get to know me a bit better. So I went on my Instagram and asked for some questions there, and I also went onto the YouTube community tab and I asked for some questions there, and you guys have so many and I'm so excited, so let's get into it. The first main question that I was asked by so many people is, what am I studying at university? So in case you didn't know, I'm a full-time university student and I've never told you guys what I'm studying, but it is communications. Okay, so the next question is, how's your love life, girl? Give us the tea. Well, I've never told you guys this before, but the truth about my love life is that it doesn't exist. I don't have a boyfriend, unfortunately. I've actually never had a serious boyfriend. I dated someone when I was like 12 years old and we hugged and it was like the talk of the school. So, I mean, what can I say? No, I'm totally kidding. But that obviously doesn't count. With guys, I seem to either attract guys with really big egos or like the crazies, and I'm like, no thanks, don't want either of that. All of the dates I've ever been on have been bad. I'm sorry if you're watching this and we went on a date together, it was bad. I'm sorry to tell you, but it was. So if you guys wanted to see a worst date story time, I could definitely do that. And when I say worst dates, I mean, in the one date, this guy told me that he hated YouTubers, that anyone that went to uni is dumb, that I am weirdly tall, and that he could really see a future together and thinks he's falling in love with me. All in the one date. And I was like, see ya. No thank you. So that, yeah, so no, my dating life is non-existent. I don't even really like anyone right now, but if I do end up dating someone, you will be the first to know. Actually, my mum will be the first to know, but then I will tell you guys as well, so don't worry, I'll keep you updated. The next question is, where did I work? So YouTube is my full-time job right now, but before YouTube I had 2 part-time jobs. And okay, so just imagine in your head me, Annalise, where you think I worked before YouTube. Just picture it. I'll give you a hint. It was retail, right? Probably imagine like a clothing store, jewelry store. Nope. I worked at a hardware store. I worked at a tool shop for almost 2 years. I'm not gonna say the name because I don't know. I signed a lot of contracts. I don't know what I signed. I don't know if I can talk about them, but it is, if you Google largest hardware store in Australia, that's it. It rhymes with Cunnings. All my Aussies know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I worked there for 2 years. It was, anyone that I tell that I worked there, they're like, you worked there? And yes, me with my blonde bob and fake nails were on the registers, like click-clacking away. So the main customer, clientele that would come in is older tradies, which is a builder. And they would just look at me and just know that I knew nothing as I'm there la 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 la. But the reason I worked there for so long is because it is a good place to work. They pay so well, so much more than a normal retail job. And they're one of those few companies that actually cares about their employees. I know, very rare in retail. And then before that job, I worked at McDonald's for 2 years, I think 2 years, a year and a half, something like that. I was there for a while. I started off at one store, then I got a transfer to another one, and this store was surrounded by all of the clubs. So I have some wild stories from working there. It was crazy. We had the police on speed dial, just yeah, that's how crazy it was. But one time I was 15 on the registers, and these 2 guys came in and they just started getting all up in each other's face, this close. And they were circling in the waiting area, I guess you'd say. They were just circling each other. And I don't know what happened because I ran out the back and hid. My manager that was on, she ran out the back and hid and called the police, and we just kind of hid for a bit. So it was an interesting time. So the next question is, why did I decide to become a YouTuber? It's actually because I was being bullied pretty relentlessly in high school and I just needed an outlet. Otherwise, it wasn't gonna end well. So I really loved kids movies at the time because they just made me feel safe, happy, and loved, honestly. So I began making movie theories, and then after I left high school, I studied fashion for a little bit, and I realized fashion is what I really liked and that I wasn't really into movie theories, kind of grew away from them. So that's when I started doing fashion videos. This also leads into another question, which is, did I ever suffer from bullying? Yes, I was bullied twice in my life. I'm not going to go into it because all these people still watch my videos and they would love it if I like went into it, so I'm not going to. But I was bullied in year 12. Year 12 was living hell for me. I might make a video one day, but it won't be for a long time because, as I said, they would love it if I made a video. So nope, they don't get that. They will not get that satisfaction from me. The next question is an embarrassing story. This story is so embarrassing. I can't believe I'm telling it. But a while ago, I did a giveaway. It was on my video where I bought an entire outfit from Misguided blindfolded, and I didn't like some of the stuff, so I was like, you know, comment down below if you want this and I'll send it to some people. I chose some winners and I had the stuff sitting in a separate section in my room. So it was all good. I was waiting till I could get to the post office, and before I could, my cat came in and peed all over the hat and all over the pair of pants, and I was horrified. I wanted to throw him out the window because this was my first ever giveaway. I didn't want these girls to think I was like scamming them by not sending them anything, but I couldn't send them this. Like, I could not send them something my cat peed all over, and I like freaked out. So I messaged them saying that I spilled coffee all over the hat and the pair of pants, and that so I couldn't send it to them, but I would go on Misguided, buy it again, and just send it to their address, which is what I did. They both got their items, but they don't know that the real reason is because my cat peed on the ones I was meant to send them. And I never told them that, and they would only be finding out now because I was too embarrassed to tell them. Okay, the next question is, do I plan on moving away from my hometown to another town in Australia or even another country? Yes. I currently live in Brisbane. I've never really said that on camera before, but yes, I live in Brisbane and I want to move. I do want to move because I've lived here my entire life. I want to start off somewhere fresh where I don't know everyone. So I am thinking about moving out next year, possibly to the beach. I don't want to say what city because it's not set in stone and I don't even know if it's going to happen, but maybe to the beach, because all of my close friends live that way as well, and I would love to live near them so I could see them more. And as for another country, ever since I was little, I've wanted to live in America. Like, wanted to live there so badly. So any American subscribers, I love your country and I want to live there one day. The next question is, how do I deal with hate? As I mentioned earlier, I was bullied. So, you know, after people scream at me in real life saying that they hate me and I'm disgusting, someone online telling me that they don't like my accent, and it doesn't really get to me. So nah, hate doesn't get to me at all. If anything, I find it kind of comical. It just makes me laugh when I imagine someone sitting down at their computer being like, I'm gonna give her a piece of my mind, and they comment like, your accent is so fake. I'm like, okay, my friend Josh actually asked this question because he knows my answer, and it's, what is the worst thing about the YouTube community? And I love the YouTube community. I don't have any issues at all, so I don't think there's a worst thing. But the worst thing about doing YouTube is that people in real life constantly ask me how much I earn. Like, it's never my close friends or family because they know that that's like not something you do. But people that I just meet, when it comes up that I do YouTube videos, they ask me how much money I make, which is such a rude thing to do. Like, and so common. My answer is always like, you know, it's like a full-time job. And people will then be like, yeah, but how much? And I'm like, oh, you know, it depends. And they're like, well, okay, well, how much did you get paid last pay? I'm like, I don't want to tell you. It's so rude to ask. Like, you wouldn't ask a teacher or a nurse or, you know, your friend's mom or your friend's sister how much they earn. So that is something that is difficult to deal with. I've started just straight up telling people like, I don't want to tell you. It's a personal question that I would rather keep to myself. So yeah, that's one thing I dislike. A lot of people have also been asking where I want to travel and where I have traveled. So there's no particular person, but I have been to America when I was, I think, 13, 14, and when I was there I went to LA, San Diego, Vegas and Hawaii, and loved every second of it. It was amazing. Then when I was about 15, I went to France and I I was there for a week, but I stayed for a week with like a homestay in a city in the south of France called Saumur, and that was amazing. And then, so that was 1 week. Then the next week we went to Paris. It was a school trip. Don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, that was great. That was so much fun. And then a month ago, I went to Singapore, England, and France again, and it was amazing and I loved it. And the next place that I'm looking to go to, my friend Josh and I are considering going to New Zealand early next year, and then my friend Sarah and I are looking at going to Greece late next year. So would be lots of fun. I love traveling. Someone asked, have you ever gotten seriously drunk? And the answer is yes, I have. Legal drinking age in Australia is 18. I'm 19 going on 20. So I have definitely been drunk before. I go out clubbing every now and then. So yes, I have. There's nothing really interesting. I'm not a crazy drunk or anything. I just like to dance. I talk too much when I'm drunk. I just start telling people everything. Like, they ask me and I'll tell them, even though normally I'm like quite a private person. When I'm drunk, I'm like, you want to know everything about me? Let me tell you. Like, so yeah. The next question is, have I ever considered being vegan or vegetarian? Yeah, I've considered it because obviously, you know, I'd prefer not to eat animals, but I am a celiac. I have celiac disease, which means I am allergic to gluten, and it's pretty serious. Well, it's not serious, but like, I cannot eat gluten is what I mean. So I'm already on a strict gluten-free diet, and in Australia it can be kind of hard to find places to eat that are gluten-free, you know. It's not like some other countries where it's everywhere. Like in England, everywhere you went had a gluten-free option. That is not the case here. Not everywhere does. So to be gluten-free and vegan/vegetarian, I would never be able to eat out. So as much as I want to do it, it's not exactly a viable option right now, but if, you know, the restaurants around here catch up, then I would definitely consider doing it. So the next question is, do I plan to continue making YouTube videos even after uni and all? And yes, I definitely want to. My plan is that I will go to uni, finish my degree, and then do YouTube, because YouTube was my dream job forever, and now I'm doing it and I could not be more grateful. So my dream moving forward is that I'm able to continue doing YouTube. So after uni, I will definitely still be doing YouTube. Someone asked, what is one luxury item that I've always wanted? I've always wanted to own something from Chanel. That is my favorite brand, so when I buy something from Chanel, I'll know that I've made it. Next, someone asked, when am I am Pretty Pastel Please going to collab? I don't know. She lives in, I don't know if she says where she lives, but we live in different cities. So I am going to her city shortly in a few months, so maybe then we'll collab. I would love to, and I know that she's keen too, so it's gonna happen eventually. It'll be a fun video, definitely. Next question is, do I have any tattoos? And if not, would I ever get one? I don't have any now, but I do want some in the future, but I don't know, I am afraid because like obviously they're on for life and I am a very indecisive person, so I'm likely to like a tattoo now, but then in 5 years I will hate it. So I do want some, but whether I actually get them, I don't know. Okay, so this next question, which I think is going to be the last one, is would you ever consider getting lip injections? I don't know, I hate needles. I hate them so much. Every time I get a needle, I faint. I actually have this thing where I faint really easily. A while ago, the doctors thought something was wrong with my heart because I was always fainting, but no, nothing's wrong with my heart. But so I don't know if I could ever sit there and just have like 50 or something needles put in my lips. Oh, no way. So I don't know, I'm not against the idea, but I kind of like how I look. I don't feel the need to get lip injections done. I'm not against plastic surgery in any way. I think if you want to get it done then, and it's for the right reasons, like it's because you want it, go ahead. But me personally, I don't feel the need to get anything done. And the last question that I was asked by a lot of different people is, who is my main style inspiration? And honestly, I don't really have one. Sophia wrote on Instagram, I really like her style, but it's not mine. That's more like of an Instagram inspiration, I guess, for photos. But for the style itself, I don't really have anyone in particular that I look up to. I used to love Ariana Grande's style, but I'm not that into it anymore. But I use Pinterest a lot. That's how I find a lot of outfits that I like. So although it's not one person, it's a lot of people all together. I guess Pinterest, the word bougie and glamorous on Pinterest is my style inspiration. And that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and you got to learn a little bit more about me. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel channel if you aren't already. And if you want to see more of my face or see the post that had all these questions on it, be sure to follow me on Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. My links are down below and on the screen right now. And that's it for today. I will see you guys next time. Bye!